So as we mentioned, we're going to do all New York in hour one, and I decided that since I'm doing the show by myself again today, that I'm gonna throw in a new segment right off the top, right off the bat, and you're gonna understand why when I reveal what that segment is. So starting with New York, there's something I got to get off my chest, something that I want to, a wisdom that I want to impart to you, and I don't feel that I can continue with this show until I have imparted this wisdom to you. So here's a new segment, and it's called Now That That's Done. It goes a little something like this. Why in the world is everyone counting out the Yankees? And all my Red Sox fan friends up in Massachusetts, close your ears. Just pretend that I'm not saying this. But it's something that I really truly don't understand. Mark Teixeira is going to miss 8 to 10 weeks with a strained right wrist. This news just dropped yesterday. Granderson, of course, is out with a broken forearm. He won't play until at least May 1st. Are they going to lack some power? Yeah, sure. But what we're forgetting here is that the Yankees have one of the best ownership groups in Major League Baseball. Cashman is always willing to do what's best for his team, and he will make a move, if they have to pick up a corner infielder or an outfield bat. If they need it, it will happen. There are a couple of guys left out there. Carlos Lee is one of those guys out there in the free agent market. And a trade, of course, never out of the question. We see a lot of trades go through right at the end of spring training, and we're not there yet. So there's definitely a real chance that the Yankees will go out and get somebody to help them get through this tough time as far as injuries are concerned. The Yankees will succeed on the backs of their pitching staff. If CC is CC, they're going to be okay. Kuroda proved last year he could pitch in the AL East. Pettit is a workhorse. He always has been. Nova's getting better from year to year. The only weak link here is Phil Hughes, who in the last 2 years has shown flashes of the brilliant stuff that Yankees fans were buzzing about when he came up from Scranton in 2007. He's inconsistent, but he's still young. He's only 25 years old. The guy's got time and some room to grow. All of that, all those guys. And we're forgetting about Michael Pineda. Michael Pineda, who the Yankees traded their future star catching prospect for, didn't pitch last year because he hurt himself. He may come back this season. And if you're going to give up a potential superstar catching prospect, you're going to get a guy back who can pitch. And Michael Pineda is someone, when he's healthy, who can be sort of number 2 in the rotation type of, he has number 2 in the rotation type of stuff. He's being heralded as CC's replacement. So when he retires or moves on from the Yankees, they'll have a guy who can step in and take his place. Oh, and let's also not forget that the Yankees currently have one of the greatest closers in the history of baseball anchoring a highly undervalued bullpen. They're going to need to adjust the beginning of the year, play a different style of baseball, not rely on the long ball so much. But they're a different team than they were those last couple of seasons. You're going to have a full year of Ichiro. You brought in Youkilis. You're going to have a healthy Brett Gardner. These are all guys who are able to play the on-base game. They take the extra pitches, and they move from first to third. They play small ball baseball. They weren't on the roster last year. Gardner was hurt almost the whole season. Ichiro was brought in the middle of the year, and Youkilis wasn't there. He was bouncing around all over the place. He was changing socks. All I'm saying is that we're burying an injury-riddled Yankees team in March without realizing that they're going to get all of their important pieces back into the lineup before the end of May. Before the end of May. There will be so much baseball left for them to get themselves right, and it's going to happen just as the dog days hit. Just as all the other teams in the league are getting road weary, are starting to struggle. It's 110 degrees in Arlington, Texas, and they're going to start to break down, whereas the Yankees will have some semblance of fresh legs. The AL East will be one of the most competitive divisions in all of baseball. It almost always is. We know this. There's not going to be one team that pulls away from the rest, and the Yankees will get better as the year goes on. Now, isn't that a scary thought? A team that won 95 games last year and had the best record in the American League will get better as the year goes on. Now, that's not to say they're going to finish with a better record, but they've got the talent and they didn't change a lot of pieces. They're going to get better, and they're going to be just fine. So now that that's done, we can move on with the show. And that's how the new segment goes. What do we think? Huh? Give us a call. Let me know. 609-910-0687. I'm having a lot of fun on my own here today.